Hello and welcome to the Monday show. My name is Bob. He's Randall.
Yes, I am. I am. I've been called that for many years, and I've been called a lot worse too.
Well, as long as it's all good, it's all that matters.
Yes,
It's all that
sir.
matters. Gosh, it's good to be here. What a great week we had last week. Fantastic weekend. Got a big weekend coming up this weekend or this week with the 4th of July. I hope everyone has a plan, that they plan on doing with the family or friends, and get out and enjoy the weather, no matter where you're at. My weather, of course, we just got to say it's 98. Well, actually, it just jumped to 100, so it's 100 here. It's very humid. Uh, no rain still. Haven't had any rain in a month. Although next week the patterns are predicted to change, and we should get a little bit reprieve on the heat. Not a whole lot, but some, and some rain. Of course, the rain will help cool it down. So, but I hear, Randy, I am so darn envious of you and your weather up there in the summertime. Now forget about the winter. We don't want to talk about that. That's a dirty
Oh,
word.
oh, that's horrible.
Summertime, my gosh. Tell us about what you've been experiencing this
Oh
week.
man, it was a fantastic week. We had one rain, but through the night until about 8 o'clock in the morning. Then it stopped. We were in about 60s at night. Got into the 50s one night for sleeping. Hitting the upper 70s and 80. The highest was Saturday was 82. And the rest of the week has just been sunshine and blue skies, a little bit of clouds here and there, but unbelievable. Knock on wood for a great, great week compared to last week was super hot a week ago. Um, but very fortunate. But I hate to say it goes so fast. We get these beautiful weeks, and it's already the 1st of July. I mean, we start talking winter weather in September up here, getting cooler. Just middle of September, just kind of like the switch gets turned and it starts getting cold. So we month and a half, 2 months. That's about it left. 2 months. But
Now
that's
you say your high the other day was 82.
82.
That's our low at night.
It was 59 at night. Great sleeping. Oh man, I even put the blanket over for a little bit. And
You just
sorry.
you look at the United States map and you look to where you're at and where I'm at. It's just hard to fathom that there's that much difference
That
in
much
in
difference.
variation in temperature and weather. But weather is localized, and hey, in the South in Texas, it's summer. So
Yeah, it's well, this is our
all
summer. It's
right.
all we get for the summer. And then, like you said, Bob, we don't want to talk about that winter word. Oh,
Well, sure,
so soon. It'll be
sure
here
don't.
so
Let's
soon.
let's go on to things that's going to make us happy and make us smile. School of Santa's coming up. Well, can't wait for that one. Just a couple
Man,
more weeks away, and we'll be leaving here, soon. And it's always a fun time. I know many of you have either gone or caught our live, coverage that we've done from there. So looking forward to that as always. What else you got planned for the next month, Randy? Since we're in July now.
well, I got to thank goodness. I'm thankful again. I'm working, doing shows again. So I've got three Santa shows, Christmas in July, baseball one again. I've got a movie in the park, and then a company, which will be fun. But then I've got Strawberry Festival. I'm doing magic in a parade with, actually with Santa Chris Terry. He's going to actually be Santa there at the Christmas in July Strawberry Festival, and then I've got the Happy Birthday to the City of Warren. I'm doing 2 days of balloons, and so then right up in the tip of the thumb, yes, because of Michigan, we know right up there, Port Austin, going to be a beautiful, beautiful all day camp. I'm doing teaching a little magic to the children, and then doing a show. So, man, it's going to be a fun month. It was great. I just got off of 5 days doing balloons at a festival. Like I said, I'm so lucky when it comes to weather. So, man, it feels good getting the old big shoes on again and getting out there
Well,
and having
what a
fun.
great lineup and a schedule you got there. And I do have a question for you, Randy. What about you and Chris? Do you guys get to bring home some strawberries?
I don't. It's my first year to doing it, so I hope so. Um, man, I mean it's a big area up there. They've got pick your own fresh strawberries and the thing. So I hope so. Man, nothing that tastes totally different than anything you'll have right off the vine than getting them from the store. They just taste totally different. So it's gonna be very cool. Very cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun again working with. This is gonna be fun working with Santa, even though I'll be doing magic and clowning. I won't be doing Santa there. So
Right, right.
it'll be great. Great
This
day.
time of year, you're incognito anyway, because you don't bleach out. So
Nope,
you're
I
good,
just
good
got
to
to
go.
spray for the few things coming up. I've got to spray it on
Yeah, yeah,
for the
it's
few
always
I've got.
a good alternative for sure. Well, hey, how about if you call out a few people, say hi to them? I know we got a good audience
Oh
already.
man, we got hey Jeff. Jeff's here. AJ's here. Hey Mel. Melissa Lynn's here. I know Diane's here. Diana Vin is here. And Gary, good to see everybody. Welcome to Paul just hooked up. Paul Anderson. Jeff is just logged on. Santa Jeff, great to see everybody. Man, thank you guys for joining us on this Monday afternoon. I can't believe it's July 1st already. I mean, it's just kind of shocking that the year is halfway over. And of course, the winter solstice was a week or so ago, and now our days already
Yeah,
start getting a little shorter. And
yeah.
and Randy Neely just showed up. Hi, Randy. Good to see you. So yeah,
Kane
it's
Smith joined us. Good to see Kane again.
hey, good to see you. My goodness, fantastic, guys. Great. I'm glad everybody's joining us. Thank you so much.
Well,
But
hey,
yeah, it's
since
just,
everybody's here, you ready to jump into the hot topics?
oh yeah, that's going to be
I
the
think
burgers
now's a
for
good time. Let's get that going. Here we go.
that's wonder if I can make a burger like that on for the 4th of July. I wonder if I can do that. We got gonna have burgers on the grill and dogs and ribs and families come over. So
Randy,
I
with
wonder if I
your
can make a
talent,
burger.
I know you can do it. I got 100% faith in you. That would be the next
That's
question. Can't
I got
eat
a
the doggone thing.
big mouth, but
That's a lot of burger. But man, every
that's a
week
lot
when
of
we play
burger.
that promo, they're right there,
Uh,
that lead in, it just makes my mouth water, man. It looks so
Yeah,
good.
I tell you, just full of cheesy and oh man, oh gosh, what kid had
Well,
to do? Had to go
this
crazy
is
on
a
it. I was
show
so
about
bad.
nothing with a whole lot of, something burger, hot topics. So Randy always has a great lead out question here for us, and he's got another good one today. Randy, go ahead and take it, brother.
Alrighty, guys, this is just I don't want something too embarrassing, but what was your most embarrassing or kind of crazy moment as Santa or Mrs. Claus or an elf, and how did you cover it up, or how did you handle it if somebody noticed? What was your most embarrassing or kind of wilder or crazier moment as Santa, Mrs. Claus, or an elf? And how did you kind of get past it, cover it up, handle it? How did you work it into the routine or not make a big deal about it? How did it happen? And what happened? We all have embarrassing moments. I've had so many with the magic and clowning things. It's just it's just crazy. But I got a couple with Santa that that one I just couldn't fix. I just you had I was before I hit the reel. I had the designer beard and wig, and there was a gentleman that was a real hugger, just wanted a hug, hug, hug. Well, he had a watch, and he got it caught in my wig.
Oh
He
no.
pulled his arm away. My wig turned around. He pulled his arm back so fast, so half of my wig's here. It just pulled around my. It just, I mean, you just,
Did you did you scream ouch?
I mean, little things like that happen. That's and there's kind of no covering that. Thank goodness it was at the entrance of this country club, and there wasn't any children yet. I wasn't sat, so I got it fixed, and we went on. So I was lucky enough. But to them, I made some comment about I guess I have to go to my hairstylist and whatever. But little things like that happen all the time. I tell you one about I was doing my clown character, and I was doing the auto show here in Detroit. We have the big auto shows every year for the week, and I was up on stage with, they have the models, showing the cars, and they were dancing and all that kind of stuff. Well, they got me up to come dance with them, and I'm dancing and kicking, and next thing you know, rip the seat of my pants. Well, that was far before I was wearing polka dots or good old fashioned tidy whities were beaming when you're on stage there, and so so those things happen all the time, and so that's not why I don't wear a ball nose anymore, because it got knocked off one time. Um, so I said I needed a nose job, and so there's things that happen all the time. But what have you had that kind of a little embarrassing, and how did you cover it up as Santa or Mrs. Claus? How about you, Bob? Where's your? It happens.
It does happen. You do this long enough, you're going to have those moments. I guess my first question to you would be, when you ripped your trousers, did you scream ouch again?
uh, I
So
was,
for me, if it's something that a blunder or something that I may do, or something I may say to a child, in my mind, it crosses the thought that, well, maybe I shouldn't have said anything, or, maybe that wasn't exactly where I should have took this conversation or something. I mean, not really anything major, just little things in your head that you think twice about after you've done them. Nobody knows that but you. So, but
right.
it's the things that you have no control over. The things you can control, you know, control. The things you don't have control over, for me. And I got to say, probably one of the most embarrassing for me in front of the children would be, uh, I don't know, it was my fourth or fifth year, and had a gentleman. We had a long line. It was late one night, and it was close to Christmas, and had a long line, and had a gentleman with his wife and children, and he had had way too much to drink
Right.
before he got there. He was literally tipsy to the to the to the wrong side, and he started making innuendos about Santa and his wife in front of all these children while in line. And then when he got up to the chair, he took it to the next level. And I just had to kind of take a step back, turn my, step where the children on this side waiting closest to me couldn't see me, and looked him straight in the eyes and told him, you are out of line here, mister. You need to settle down, zip your lips, and, not ruin this for all the other children. I don't believe you understand the impact you're having right now with your words, but you need to cease. And he was good till they got ready to walk out. Of course, he had to get the last word in as they walked out. And, I was just cringing the whole time. I didn't know what he was going to do next. Didn't have any security within eye range, so I couldn't scream at security. We were busy. Everyone was busy. Didn't really have anybody per se right there helping me. I was kind of on my own and hung out to dry. And you don't want to make a scene. You don't want to come out of character in front of so many families and children. But that was one of the few times that I've had to kind of look at someone and in a stern voice tell them. Pretty embarrassing.
It's why it's exactly Bob did. Man, he covered up so the children didn't notice, and that's the best thing. That's the
That's
best thing, and that is the bottom line. So they don't know what's
yeah.
going on, and it doesn't affect them. They probably saw him acting like a jerk anyways, but it's great that there was no scene made, covered up. I mean, that's
Could have been detrimental.
yeah,
People walked out. People could have never came back. Um, you know, there's always a course of action that happens when someone is not being nice. Just leave it at that. This guy was potty mouth. Believe me.
yeah. Oh wow, that's and for some reason I don't understand why some people that's their biggest part of the vocabulary is they have to put certain words in every sentence. That just really just to me diminishes whatever kind of person they are.
Just shows
We
their
all,
character. It shows who they are in
yeah,
life in general. Can you imagine as a father and a husband how he is? I mean, would he do those things if he hadn't had anything to drink? possible, but not to the extent that he had by being seriously, I would say,
Yeah.
teetotal. He was slurring his words. He was so bad, and I
Oh,
can't believe that the wife, and she seemed to be fine. I can't believe that she would allow him to come to that setting, and knowing that he had had too much to drink. And who knows, he may do it every day. It may have been occasional deal with him once ever so often. You don't know their true history, but all you know is what you're faced with right in front of you, and you have
yeah.
to think quick, be quick on your toes, and try to come up with a solution that's going to not put you in a bad light as Santa, but yet try to curtail what's going on in front of you.
Yeah, because like Bob said, there's so many things that can be out of our control, and he was out of your control, but
Yeah.
handled it just the way it should be, so it doesn't affect the children. So let's see what we've got here. We got oh wait, great, Mel. You can talk about this. Oh, I get your split your plans thing. Thank goodness I had Christmas boxers on. We were dancing and tried to do the MC Hammer thing and split my pants. I was told the children were having so much fun and danced my pants in two. Cute line. Dance my pants in two, Mel said.
I
Um,
like that. I
it
like that.
just, I don't think I've ripped a seat of my drawers, and since that happened, I don't think I have. And so, but that's a good one. Dance my pants in half. That's great. Charlie, hi, doing Charlie. That's Angela. Angela. Yep, learned from that one. Got it. And this is from Derek. Derek, good to see you. The most embarrassing moment was a woman who announced she was a Playboy bunny from the 60s and proceeded to lay across my lap. Okay. And offered her hotel key up and an invitation. Okay, Derek. Should we ask what the answer was? Should we ask, or you don't have to put that down if you don't want to, Derek, but oh my
Uh,
goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how do you were I gotta ask Derek, were there children there? Was it a family event? I'm just curious because that's pretty straightforward, lady, whoever that lady
I can
was.
bet you that Derek of Irish descent was as red as mine and your shirt put together.
Probably. I just they would probably I'm I'm really curious, Derek, what you said and did. And you don't have to tell me everything you did, of course. That's a totally different thing. But um uh yeah, Derek, oh my gosh, is right. Um Oh, I'm sorry. Mel said they're waxers for ladies, not boxers. Excuse me. They're WOX, not BOX. They're waxers for lady, not boxers. Sorry.
Yeah, I like that too.
Uh, oh boy. Derek said yes, there were children uh, there at the thing. So, yeah, those kind of things are totally out of our, especially when there's children. But that's the problem with a little bit too much of this probably she was having. They get that liquid courage during the corporate events, and we have to cover for that because it's not fair to the children. So yeah, it's
And those things can hit you out of left field. It can happen so spontaneously that you're caught off guard. And like I said earlier, it's the way that you are quick on your toes to try to come up with the best solution that's going to fit the situation. Great job, Derek, as always,
yeah,
brother.
great job, Gips. Okay, Bart says I had two crusty old birds that straddled my knee. Okay, and started um moving. I'm going to put it that way. I won't say the word that his leg in a public event. And I was disgusted. And yes, they were smashed. So, did you just ask them to leave, Bart? Did you say, excuse me? Kind of curious what you said after that of how personal those ladies were getting with your knees. Um, so, I'm just kind of curious. Uh, and that's why we talked about last week. Parties we don't want to do is adult parties. That's what we talked about last week.
We
Um,
did, didn't we? We did. Hey,
yeah,
Randy, real quick. I just want to do something here, if I
Oh,
may.
sure, sure.
I got a gentleman that's tuned in for the first time today, and he and I worked together back in the early '80s. And it's good to see him. Hadn't seen him in a while. Hello, Barney Parham. Good to see you, brother. All right, thank
Welcome.
you, Randy.
Oh, no problem. Welcome, welcome. Um, Derek is answering back again. Derek offered. He said I offered her a picture. Pic didn't make sense to the entire crew. Was mouth wide open when that happened. With yeah, she was used to getting pictures taken anyway. She was the way it sounds. When she is tempted to kiss me, oh, okay. I remarked Mrs. Claus would not approve. She politely left the set. Well, that's good. See, that was thank goodness for Mrs. Claus. You know, um, but yeah, thank goodness she was not more of a problem than that. But wow. Uh, then Bart says because of what happened with those two older birds, as he called her, I expressed that Santa does not appreciate that. Um, their husbands looked very shocked and kind of pitied me. Um, and that's some people get it, they then are going, oh man, I'm sorry for what my wife or my husband or whatever are doing if they see something like that out of control. They really do. You've got empathy or concern from somebody, but still happened. So um Derek has said, oh, I forgot, I didn't take the key.
That's an important part you want to
Yeah, I
leave
was
out
kind of
there.
wondering. I didn't see that answer, Derek, so I was curious there. Okay, that's good.
Oh
Oh
goodness, that's a
goodness. Alrighty, Mel's got another one here. Mel, I don't know, one of my favorite stories at the adult party, and I told this at the School of Santa last year. I was doing a Christmas party at a corporate event, and the ladies were excited to be grabby to Santa. Got grabby. Santa took us, took
Dukas,
us. Uh,
Dukas.
well, they got my butt and nicely turned around, and my normal voice said, "Hey, don't do that." They didn't know they were messing with a woman. Oh goodness! I bet you they were a little shocked, Mel, wasn't it? They,
You talking
uh,
about putting the shoe on the other foot?
oh my goodness! I bet you that had to be priceless facial
Oh
features on those
gosh.
ladies when you turned around and did your regular voice. And oh goodness, that's great. Touche, right? Um, oh, and Bart says on his with the those two ladies, Mrs. Claus was there, so sure Mrs. Claus would have handled the two old birds too, as he would say. Um, no problem, Mark. I'm glad you're here, even though you had to mow the lawn. No problem. Um, that's
I'm
right.
glad he only had them all at once.
Yeah,
He would have really been late.
yeah. I got mine done I did at 9 o'clock this morning. It was beautiful weather this morning. Uh, yeah, I'm sure, like Mel said, I'm sure their faces were priceless. Had to be. Oh, that had to just. Did they scurry away? Did they? I'm kind of curious if they just like, yikes, we're out of here, and or did they even well, they probably didn't question you, did they? Then they probably didn't question if you were a male or female at the time. They probably didn't, but they must have. Yeah, well, they must have got it. They wow, how fantastic that is. That's like a good little payback. It really is. That's sorry, Mel, you had to go through that, but and that's what's the problem with some people think they can take their liberties with Santa, Mrs. Claus, and everything else. They think they can, and they think we're just there because we love it, or we're just there because we're somebody's brother and getting paid by drinks or something. I don't know what a lot of people think, but it's they don't realize what a big profession it is and how seriously we take our business.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so fantastic, guys! Great stories, great stories about uh, about things that happen, and it's and we all will have or have had or will have something that's going to come up. I've been
Yeah,
lucky. I haven't had any children getting my pants wet, to wonder how I feel embarrassed because I got a big wet spot on my pants because of a child. I haven't had any of those, thank goodness. I'm going to knock on wood. We got years to go yet to see how that might still can happen, but those things are kind of out of our control too.
but it's
But
something that you kind of expect at times that
right,
it's
you
going to
expect
happen.
that
And if
more
you do it
than
long
the
enough,
other
it's going to
things.
happen.
Right.
But these cases is out of the left field. The only thing that would have made Mel's situation even funnier is if the handsy ladies had went, "Ooh!"
Uh,
Boys put
yeah,
their arms
at
against
least they
the
didn't grab up underneath Santa's coat there, Mel. So it's like, wait a minute, something's gone. So that would have been, but yeah, that's something else. Those people can, and they just think
would
they
have been.
can, and I don't. We should have asked Derek. And she was a '60s Playboy bunny. Was she still okay looking, Derek, or was she? No, just kidding. Just kidding, Derek. Don't have to answer that question. Don't answer.
Funny stuff. AJ, I want to address what you said earlier. It's a must. AJ's comment was while we're out cooking the dogs and the burgers at School of Santa's, he may sneak a dog. Me and Scott do that every year, so it's cool. We'll all three sneak a dog while we're cooking. Bart's got one there for you, Randy.
Yeah, Bart says I normally head that off proactively by instructing my handlers to keep their eye out for trouble, alcohol, etc.
Mhm.
And that's when you work with somebody. Oh man, that's just such a gift. If Mrs. Claus is there, if you have an elf with you, or somebody there is there to watch your back, front, everything else. Yeah, that's a good one. Derek said, I'm not going to answer that. Being respectful to my carrying card and keep out of jail card. Okay.
Very good. Good stuff there, guys. Yep,
Good stuff, Derek. Oh,
that's
goodness.
one that couple of really good ones in there. You just never know, and that's what these shows are all about: is to be able to, maybe keep you from falling into that same pitfall that some of us have found ourselves in at times.
It's also just to
Uh,
remind you to keep your eye out for it. It just, if it's never happened, it's never happened. Thank goodness and lucky for you, but it can, and it probably will. So it just
yeah,
keeps you, hopefully this will, maybe during the season remind you, wow, they were talking about wild ones, and that person over there is getting a little crazy. I'll keep my extra eye there and eye here, and yeah,
absolutely. Scott Seraphim says, "Don't let Spangle see you sneaking dogs. He is partial to his dogs. That he is. Different kind of dog, though, brother." All right, Randy, you ready to move on to number
yes,
two?
sir, great one here. Another fun one. Another
Nice job, guys. And this
like,
one is, I think we've
yeah,
kind of asked this question one time before, but it's always kind of good to see what folks do after a long, hard, tedious season in the red suit. So my question today is, what is your favorite way to unwind from the season? And if traveling is your choice, do you take a vacation trip? Do you make it a full blown vacation trip when your season is over for that much needed R and R? Uh, do you go to your favorite incognito location? Somewhere where you're not going to be recognized so much as Santa, which after a couple of months of being in a red suit and being on every day. It's kind of nice to go somewhere where you can unwind and not be seen as, and folks are going to see you, but not as much. If you decide to change and go somewhere new, where would that be? What would your destination be after the season that you were going to go somewhere, be incognito, and get some R&R? What would that location be? Randy?
wow. Well, thank goodness I can get out of cognito or whatever you want to call it rather quick.
Yeah,
I usually keep it till the wrap up dinner. Then I shave her down, but I can beforehand, and then, but I don't really take time off because there's things going on. There's I have shows like the January is a pretty busy month for the winter blast stuff up here and some of the winter festivals. In fact, I already booked a day the other couple days ago, I got 3 shows in January already for Magic. So it's just there's so it keeps me busy. I don't really take a vacation. I would take a vacation if I wasn't performing. If I'd put that wand on the shelf and everything else, I would probably definitely head someplace warm, put the old toes in the sand, get the old sunscreen on, and watch the palm trees wave. That's what I would do. I haven't done a vacation because I've been working, but that's what I
Yeah.
would do. That would be my first. Oh boy, that's just like a
What
dream
That's
come
what Bart
true.
says. There's no time off. So
Yeah.
I understand that. Everett says, "Don't tell Mrs. Claus, but I enjoy looking at clearance sales in the stores, looking for pops and giveaways. It's a good way to spend your time after
Good.
Christmas, getting a little R&R on that side of it.
If you need new decorations, you need any of that stuff, it's all 50 to 75%
That
off.
sounds good.
It's a great time to grab those things. It really is.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those stores like the lobby, they run things 75, 80% off at times. So a great time to pick up some good bargains for sure. Scott says after the season, if you're real bearded, how do you not get noticed? So I hide and sleep long. Winter's nap is all in store for this big guy. True. Now, real quick, we for a number of years we've gone to Durango, Colorado. That's in the Four Corners region. It's a small mountainous town. There is a college there, which is probably the bulk of the reason that the population is what it is, other than it being a historical 1800s town. They've got the narrow gauge railroad that goes up into the mountains, which is really cool. And I do get noticed there as Santa. The the folks who own the stores and the restaurants and things are usually the ones that speak up the most. But the cool part for me going there is not a lot of people want to take pictures with me. They may say hi Santa or notice that I've got the white beard and are there right after Christmas because we go up we leave on Christmas Day and spend the week between Christmas and New Year's up there and so but it is really nice after so many photos and so many moments in the chair to get away and enjoy yourself. Of
Just,
course, Randy, you got the right idea. I mean, the beach is another place that you could go and really get some R&R and enjoy yourself with the palm trees and
but I'd wait till after the first year anyway so that would be, thank goodness I usually work New Year's Eve, so that usually takes care of that idea. But like I think someone says they shave their beard down. Patrick said same thing.
yeah,
If I don't worry about doing it for the wrap up dinner, I'll shave it down. So I'll just be me again. So I don't have to worry about being incognito. I'm totally incognito. But yeah, you guys will always look like Santa all year like that. So even in January and February, March, April,
yeah.
you've got that look. God, boy, you guys got that look. Got a couple good ones
Yeah,
there.
Patrick goes on to say that then he visits family since he's usually traveling during the day that the Christmas holiday season. And Santa Doug says we are booked even into the Orthodox Christmas vacation this year. Will be Santa family reunion in Gatlinburg. Looking forward to that one too. That's going to be fun. Hi, Carl. Good to have you in. He come a little bit late. Doug Wright says I crash and rest for a couple of days. Then I start the process of safely packing up and putting away my props, brushing and cleaning my suits for the last time of the season, and storing them. It takes me about a week to turn off. We will take a camping trip, but this past year I scheduled spine surgery, so I was down even longer, about 6 weeks. That's true.
Oh,
Doug had mentioned before that they didn't get to travel this year like they have in the past, and because of that, they do have their mobile home trailer, camping trailer, so it's always there if they need to. Derek says most people of the beach love seeing me on vacation and actually thank me for their gifts. That's a good point, Derek. One guy in a tavern actually ran over to me and picked me up off the floor, thanking me for his new Corvette. Wow.
wow. You got Bart above
Yeah.
there too. Don't miss Bart.
Uh,
After the season, it's time to. I can't read it up there. I'll read it on here. Where is it? There we get it. Maybe you're not. After the season, it's time to debrief and do all my analyzing, or basically that, and drill down to see what was successful and wasn't. Then it's a matter of building props, videos, studios, accepting, and then hit the wall for some rest. That's Bart said. Yeah, and I'm lucky. My cleaners that I take my suit to, they close down from after Christmas Eve till after the first of the year. So I just got to put them aside. I don't have to think about it until then. Then I take it after the first of the year to the cleaners that I take them to. Thank goodness they haven't ruined them yet.
A comment to Derek's point there about the Corvette. It is pretty cool that we get credit for cool stuff like that, even though we're not the actual ones giving it. But it is cool as Santa to be able to be on the receiving side of thank yous and handshakes and positive comments from folks to appreciate the holiday season and Christmas. Jeff says, I do taxes as a side business, so no vacation until after April 15th. Good point, Jeff. Goodness,
you don't
you're
have any
busy all the way
vacation.
through.
Yeah,
And the closer to the 15th you get, the more busy you are.
I don't even want to think about that already.
Oh man, me neither. Hey, on that note, let's just go ahead and move into santascloset.org and let's get our trivia question out of the way.
Sounds good.
Hey everyone, Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl, and Company Live, the show about nothing. Season 3 of Bob, Randyl, and Company Live is brought to you by santascloset.org, where you can find all your accessories for the discriminating Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the elves. Visit Santa Wade's website at santascloset.org today, where they are known for delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since opening in 2004. The goal has always been to provide both a superior customer experience at a tremendous value. Their products are fairly priced, and Santa Wade strives to bring many different products to the Claus community. Visit the website and make your next season a truly special one. This is Angela Mack reminding you all to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl, and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
Well,
Randy, this one couldn't be any simpler, man.
Man, you are such a nice guy, Bob. Oh my goodness. Boy,
well,
this is
we just want everyone to also know that the winner's name goes into the hat for the scholarship for the North Pole Cornerstones 2025 session in San Antonio. So along with the gift that santascloset.org gives away each week as your trivia winner. So it's up there on the screen. It's relatively simple. It won't take long for someone to get this one. So you want to read it to them, Randy?
Yeah, where is the real house featured in the film Miracle on 34th Street located? Where is the real house located in the film on the 34th Miracle on 34th Street located?
Said don't get much easier than that right there.
Yeah, you got to. You were. Yeah, it's considering all them blanks. The blanks are they are crazy. They're fun. They're fun to try to figure out. But
it's a combination of not only a trivia question but almost a puzzle because you.
Yeah.
I know there was weeks when we were going through that spell of all the blanks, and those blanks could. There was more than one situation where those blanks almost fit from different answers, but they weren't the answer we were looking for. So that's what made it so hard. I think it got so hard to the point that I just I decided let's make it a little bit easier. Plus, our producer over here,
Angela, she was tired of yelling at you, huh?
She was wearing me out, so I had to simplify things. Let's see if we can go a little easier. Looks like we got some good answers coming in already.
We got to get the city and the state, of course. Don't forget city and the state. We need the city and the state, not just one or the other. So
that's right.
Yep, city and the state. Man.
Perfect. All right. I guess at this point, let's go ahead and move along to our video promo we have at this time. our insurance services in Georgia, Santa. Larry Talbot at that. Santa who knows insurance, for Santas. Reach out, home, office, business of all sorts, your automotive insurance, everything, bundle it. Larry's got great prices. He understands the insurance needs of Santas and Clauses in general, Mrs. Clauses, elves. I've been in the industry for a long time, besides being a magician, and which was his first love, as we found out here on our Tuesday Night Live shows. But anyway, you need the insurance, reach out to Randy and see what he's got. Just check him out. Cool part that I've said a couple of weeks ago, and last week I think I mentioned it again, was that he gives you his cell phone number. And I have never called him that he didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, don't go without getting your insurance. Take that little bit of money and cover what can happen. It's worth every penny. It's especially with what Larry's got. It's besides he can help you with other insurance, but if we're just talking about Santa or Mrs. Claus items or performers, man, don't take the chance. It's just not worth that little bit of money. Like Bob said, I think it was last week or week before, an event or two and it's paid for. Barely. I mean, you get a couple $100 a show performance that's already paid for. So it's worth every penny to cover, to be safe.
That's right. And if you're coming to Branson in a couple of weeks, Larry will be there doing his presentation and have his booth. So you need to sit down with him during that time. It'll be a great time to sit down and chat insurance with him or pick his brain on anything. Okay, let's go ahead and move along to our Elfin Chatterbox news today. We want to just go ahead and mention again that North Pole Cornerstones second annual session to be held January 31st through February 2nd, 2025 in San Antonio, Texas at the Marriott Northwest, same location as last year. Or I keep saying last year, but physically it was this year, it was February, but past cool. To register, go over to npcornerstones.com. You see it on the bottom of your screen right there. And / registration if you want to go straight into that, or just hit the npcornerstones.com. There's a tab there for registration, and then hit register now. Very simple process this year. Easy. All right, Randy, take it there.
Online. Of course, then coming in September 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th is Santa Nana Holiday University. Of course, in this year, it'll be in Phoenix and Scottsdale area, Arizona. Gianna and Judith will be, of course, doing the teaching again. What a great school. I mean, it's like I said, I can't talk enough about it. I was kind of so about being Santa, but Santa shouldn't miss it. Of course, Mrs. Claus shouldn't miss it, but neither did Santa. Great instructions, great stuff. But that's September 26th through the 29th of this year, SNHU. Fantastic class. And then we will be having our Red Suit Conclave the first weekend, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of August up in Saginaw, Michigan at the Saginaw Valley Recreational Center and at the 4 Point Sheraton. All the items will be, now we've got the things on the website. We can start advertising, taking registrations or reservations. It would be both, wouldn't it? Reservations and registration would be both.
Yeah,
it could be both. Wow. But that will be up on the MAPS website, which we'll be posting on the different sites. So looking forward to that coming up the first week and in August. And then, of course, what we've been talking about for a year now, can't believe it, School of Santa in Branson on July 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. Of course, in Branson, we all know it's all Spangles world there to get stuff going on. Of course, keynote instructor Jeff McMullen, he's going to talk about Crinkle U and everything, and just there's no, you can't explain enough on a Hall of Famer Santa like Jeff is about to listen to him and all the other instructors. Only 17 days away, folks. 17. So that's the School of Santa in Branson. I mean, there's entertainment, there's education, there's fellowship, there's fun. Yeah, it's a total package. It is. So
it is. And real quick, you mentioned Deanna and Judith Broderick. They're also part of North Pole Cornerstone, so it's always good to mention that. And I don't know if you saw yesterday or not, but they had some big fires in the Scottsdale, Arizona area yesterday,
Mhm.
day
Wow.
before, and luckily they got enough fire crew there. It was encroaching on a really nice neighborhood. I mean, it got within a couple of 100 yards of that neighborhood and was just coming at it like a steamroller. They was able to get it out before they lost any houses, but it was quite a big fire. So fire season and monsoon season in the desert Southwest. Can't forget about that. Want to address, we got hot off the wires right here, right now. Derek Dugan says, just a heads up, renewal for IBRBS are coming in September. So again, if you're a member of IBRBS and need to renew, September is coming up quick. If you're not a member,
Join.
search out ibrbs.org and check out what they have to offer. They have lots of really cool stuff. They also offer insurance at a good price that covers. And I believe they've taken on the same type of insurance that everyone else has got. It's kind of Santa community. All the insurance is comparable to each other. So do that. And we never did say congratulations to Derek as becoming part of the IBRBS behind the scenes, and everyone there that I know still within. Really excited to have Derek. Derek is quite the uh, addition to the team. Let's put it that way. That's a good way to put it.
Fantastic addition. That's great. Congrats is right,
Uh,
Doug. Congrats is right.
Great comment here by Sue. Sue says, that's Redloff. Sue Radloff. I am always amazed at how many people know the answer to your trivia questions. I don't have that type of memory. I can't even remember what I did this morning. I understand, Sue. Believe me, I understand.
Ditto,
Oh,
Sue. Ditto from me. That's my life too.
yeah, exactly.
That is.
Okay, so let's go on to the TNL upcoming guest shows, July 2nd, which is tomorrow, by the way. Julia Cracky. She's the cool chick. Thermapparel.com, state-of-the-art cooling vest and more. They've come out with some new products, and so we're going to review some of what makes Thermapparel different, the materials they use, the gel cells that they have, how they are superior to others on the market, and all the new really cool stuff that they've come out with to help keep us, our core temperature down and keep us cool.
It's an amazing
And
product. It really is. It's
yeah,
amazing.
so take it from there, Randy.
All righty, then July 9th. July 9th is Head Elf Mitch Allen, and Santa, of course, from Hire Santa. He will be on talking about, of course, what's going on at Hire Santa, the opportunities for the seasons coming up, if it's local, if it's nationally somewhere, if it's internationally. Of course, he's going to talk about his Google connection, Google Calendar connection with your Google Calendar, as long as you're hooked up with that. It's a cool connection. They know when you're working and when you're not working, and they can book. He'll explain it all. But of course, Mitch and Jenny and them, just a fantastic company. Has a lot of Santas and now more Mrs. Claus working. They put shows together, even need elves. I know they do. So don't miss July 9th for that for Mitch Allen. And then the 16th, Preview Live. Man, it'll be here, School of Santa. It'll be the preview show, letting you know everything that's going on or will be going on that week in Branson. You'll have all the instructors and everything and nonstop information. You got special guests that night. Of course, Jessica Rose will be here. Spangle will be there that night, of course. Well, he's usually on Tuesday Night Live anyway, but they've got that. And of course, then Rick and Judy Maynard will be on as special guests talking about on a roundtable thing. They're going to talk about hopefully about his book and some TV things or movie things he's got going on. So that's going to be a very interesting event that night. He's a Michigan guy. He lives about right here in Michigan. I've already done the tip where I got a show. He's going to, oh, sorry, that's enough of you guys. In Florida, I'm going to go about here. That's Miami down here. Never. You just turn Michigan over and make that the Panhandle. I think Rex lives about here. He lives in the Sorry. Where was I? Then on the 18th, you're going to have Tuesday Night live in Branson. We'll be doing the up close in person with everybody there, with all the vendors, the people that are there, the the people that are teaching. Bob, Scott, Mel, AJ, they're all going to be there to put together a fun night of interaction with everything going on in Branson. It's just a hoot when that happens because you never know what's going to happen when it's live like that, which is so mught fun. You got a great Tuesday Night Live crew to make that fun. Then on the 30th, Bruce Kotowich, or Bruce Guerin, as some people know him as. He's a university instructor. Actually, he's a professor at the University of Windsor of Creative Arts and Vocal. He will be here to talk to us about how to take care of our vocal tongues when we talk and sing, and about how we don't get all messed up from doing too much hoing during the season, how to keep everything else going. So, and he can tell you a lot of other stuff that he's doing. So, but he is a real pro at that. And man, and just listen to Bruce's voice, and he's a great gentleman. So, man, got a good thing. And of course, then Bob's got a whole list of people after that, but that's a good long list to keep you your lips watering for more, is what it is.
Yeah, we have the whole month of August booked and beyond with guests. August we'll have one returning guest that's been on the show before, and three that's never been on. So
Wow.
looking forward to having a little bit of a return and then a whole bunch of news.
Hey,
So
3 sounds the same as free. It does. You get 3 frees besides. And guys, I know you're all getting tired of it, of course, but I can't say it enough. Remember, this is always free from everybody. Everybody that's a part of it does this because we love to and love to share. Everybody's here joining us. Everybody that's on Tuesday Night Live, all that. I mean, it's all time given, and it's just because we care, because you guys love it and we love it. There's no hidden cost for you guys. You don't have to join.
Gilroy was there.
Yeah. So, but YouTube, Facebook, it's always there for you to check back on, and you guys know it. But it's free, guys, and it's just I got to give. I can never give enough props to Bob and his family and Angela and them, how much time and effort they put into this. I get up in the morning and there's an email from Bob. Yeah, he sent it at 2:00 in the morning. The script, he's getting it done. It's just right there. So it's amazing. And the scripts for Tuesdays, I mean, they're nothing like scripts for Mondays. We're pretty much a 1-page, fill in the blanks. But Tuesdays is a lot of work.
It just takes a while.
Yeah, it's a labor of love.
Yes, sir.
We love the business, man. Love you guys for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. All right, let's go ahead and get into our trivia answer. I know we have a winner, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Randy, go ahead and tell them what that answer is.
All righty. Again, the question was, where is the real house featured in the film Miracle on 34th Street located? It's located in Port Washington, New York. Port Washington, New York. Port Washington, New York.
Our winner?
Jeff Ollett.
Jeff Ollett. Fantastic.
Hey, Jeff. Good.
I see your name goes on the hat for the drawing for the NPC drawing for the January, February 2025 school. And I'll get your name over to Wade at santascloset.org and get you your little care package on the way.
We got a couple of really nice little comments here. This is from Santa Doug. Going to be using the Thermaparo vest for the first time during my 2 Independence Day parades this week. Man, you're going to need it and you're going to love it. It's a great thing to have, Santa Doug. That's good. And then a very, very nice one. Thank you, Jenny Kringle. So thankful for you all and all the important education we have learned. You're very welcome, and thank you for joining us. Thank you. AJ says, can't wait till the 18th. Yeah, AJ is going to be ready for that mic. You're not going to, AJ's not gonna do like karaoke or something that Thursday night, is he, Bob? He's not gonna do a little karaoke. He's gonna do a little karaoke. Okay. The singing cook. AJ gonna become the singing cook. AJ.
Yeah. Hey, well, man,
Uh,
let's get a song and a dance out of him, a juke and a jive.
oh goodness, what fun!
Yeah.
What fun!
Sure is. All right, Randy, are you ready to do some tips?
Wow, it is time for tips.
Tips it is.
Let's do it.
Make sure mine's 100.
Hi, everybody, and thank you again for letting me do Santa tips for you. I got a couple ideas here, a couple magic props and other ideas, but what I've talked about last year about a couple things is remember our strongest prop is our mind to have some fun with. It's our mind that is limitless, what we can do, or to take something and make it into something else. So I'm going to show you just a prop. It's a fun thing to purchase for Mrs. Claus or if it's Elf or Santa can do it too because it's a great giveaway for a child. And then, but the best thing is, of course, it'll come with a basic pattern. Any magic trick does, but it's fun if you could take it and add your own little spin on it. But I'm going to show you what it is. This actually is two pieces of paper, and you always ask a child to rip it up, and you know you don't want to make a mess, but you ask a child to rip it up. So you rip it up. No, that's not ripping up. That's tearing down. That would be ripping up, and that would be destroying the paper, of course. And you say whatever you want to, and you have some fun with the children, and you make a mess and you kind of you rip it up a little bit more, and even if you want to ask them how many pieces they ripped it into, and so on and so forth, there's so many fun little tiny bits that you can add to this, and a lot of them are in the pattern. And it's just take this and you now actually what I'm doing is I'm making paper mache. Yes, paper mache. I'm taking the paper and macheing it to no, not together. Sorry, and then you take the piece of paper, and the child can hold it all the time, and you can use a magic wand if you want, or you can use Merry Christmas or whatever magic word you want. But this is what's fun at the end. They rip that piece of paper up, and of course, the magic of Christmas can bring a special little gift for who's there. And you take and you open it up, and your little helper now has become my glasses are in the way, but has become Santa. So they've got a little hat and this little tassel on the top, and it's a wonderful little giveaway. Then Santa does a little bit of magic. It packs very, very small, or Mrs. Claus can do it just as easy. But they're called paper hat tears. Of course, they make them in if it's a wizard hat or a clown hat, or they make I think Mel got me straight on their waxers, little cute little pretty looks like shorts, but it's fun for Christmas. And then the child then you all of a sudden go into singing Rudolph. Then you bring the nose for singing Rudolph, and you have Santa. And so there's so many things you can use just a paper hat tear for. So take your mind, take your thought process, and expand that out a little further. And you can buy them at any local magic store. You can buy them online. Just put in there, magic paper hat tears, Santa Claus. There's something else that I wanted to show real quick. Again, a trick that, of course, all the children always ask about stockings. How do we put things in stockings? Well, this one you can have a child reach his hand down in, because there's nothing in there. Believe me, it's completely empty. Otherwise, I'd have a real job. But you can put their hand down in there, and then they can reach down in again, and they can reach down in again. Wait a minute, there is something in there, and you can pull out. Oh, you pull out a stocking from a stocking. Well, that's kind of different, but maybe you have them sing and say another magic words, or you ask them where the stockings are hung, whatever line you want to do. Again, that's what makes it customized just for you. What makes it you special. And you say, okay, we can do it. That's for the mouse. Oh, that's why the mouse wasn't stirring. That's his one. So there's so many things you can do. Just I've got 3 different size hat. This is a change bag. I'll tell you about in a moment. And then you could do something else if you want to, and you could make things come out of you can make something come out of the if I can get this on the camera. It just this is actually a mouth coil that you can produce out of the thing, and you can tell them you've made now tree garland. What you can do now is you can take this off and you can tell them you've made tree garland. So one more thing to do, a little bit of magic. This is called a mouth coil, another magic trick called a mouth coil. But then you tell them to see how easy it is to produce a garland for around the tree. This is what they call the change bag, it's on the inside here. There's a little pocket, so you just put things up in there. It doesn't matter if it could be where do I have any? Yeah, I got some cards here. The olive, the 10th reindeer, they could be in there. You could produce cards like that in there, but it makes a neat magic trick because of course it looks like a stocking. Then I have fun with adding the 3 different sizes to it, and pull out a mouth coil out of it, and then they just giggle when they see that tiny little one. Now, to be honest with you, I want to give this credit to Michael Howe. He gave these away on I think a couple years ago on our Jingle Joy. He had on a pen cap. So I got a great idea. I made sure I kept a couple, and I've used them as this. It was a great idea. And then I produce, and I have a little story about that's the little mouse. Oh, that's their stocking that they hang. So there's so many stories that we can come up with, that we can take just a simple magic trick. If it's a paper hat tear that costs about $1.50 a piece, make a 5-minute routine plus to it, besides give a gift, then turn that into a song. You have a complete entertainment, or a mouth coil that aren't really they're a mouth coil for a magician. He just produces them and that's it. But now you've made garland for your Christmas tree. They do have red and green if you want to make Christmas colors, or they do have glitter ones even. They are so you can get all types of those. But it's just something more that just take that magical fun mind of yours and just look at a prop and say, that's what I did with this. I was just so excited when I found those, when I saw those, when Michael put them out. Man, I'm going to use those. They're cute as can be. Just take a few moments on so many different things, and it keeps an excitement for me when I'm performing to do something different or to come up with something, and you do the same. It's not great magic. You don't have to be a great magician. Just have to have fun doing it and take your creativity and make it special for you. Like I say all the time, they can book any Santa. There's tons of Santas, Mrs. Claus out there, but they want to book you. They want to be a little different, a little special, that they remember. Oh, they can take, what a great photo op, seeing their little son with the Santa hat and the beard, and then of course the nose or whatever it's going to be. So always those makes the memories that they will remember you and book you again. Thank you again, as always. I am so thankful and so happy to be able to do this. Love you all. Whoops, there we go. We can see it better that way. Have a great one. See you soon.
Thanks, Randy. Everyone wants to know where they can get the hat and where they can get the change bag stocking. Charlie Johnson went ahead and put up the streamer for you, the
Okay.
link for it.
This week, well, I could put a link up, but you just have to type in magic tricks, paper hat tear, Santa, or Santa paper hat tear. But I can probably send you guys or put a link on the thing. These, I'm hoping they still make some of these. Most of the change bags now have the round handle in the top. So it looks like regular magician's change bag. And so this one might be a little harder to find. But be honest with you, just buy an inexpensive dollar store when they come out stocking and just sew a pocket about 3 inches. I don't see you can really see it, maybe if you can because it's red and red, but it's just a little pocket right there. It's just a little pocket. That's all the piece of material you need. So you could almost sew one in if you want this style, because I haven't seen this style change bag or for a while without the handle, and this looks so natural. Then when you put, what do I do with the other one? Then when you put a couple of sizes in there, it's just fun. Or just produce silks out of it. That's up to you. Or I mean, you can produce candy canes. So that might be an idea, is to go to the dollar store when they come out, just sew a little patch on the inside. So
All right, great.
we've all learned to be, at least I have learned to be seamstresses or sewers being in this business. So
Yeah. Going back to the first segment with the torn pants,
oh,
it's good to know how to sew. Good to know how to sew.
This is
All right,
probably
Randy, great job
probably
as
TMI.
always.
I haven't worn tighty whities since then, and that's been 40 some years ago when that happened. I haven't worn tighty whities since because it just, oh man.
Well, that's a darn good thing you wasn't commando.
Oh, that's way too TMI. That's a wrong visual there, Bob.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm telling you, it is. It sure is. All right, Randy, good job, man.
Thanks,
Let's go
guys, as
ahead
always.
and let's jump into our nightcap at this point. This week we got Santa's Magic Key. Cool little book. Eric James, author. Simon Mendez is the illustrator. We're going to have Angela run the video now.
That music is fantastic. I agree, Derek. It just
Hey,
like
get you,
it
get
just
you on
gets
the
just
bob your
playing,
head.
it
Yeah,
does. I love
exactly.
it. I agree.
Exactly. All right, so we all know about the Magic Key, and there's Magic Keys available through a lot of the vendors that we have out there. There is a Magic Key that is associated with this book, and it comes with a card that dangles from it, and on that card it says Santa's Magic Key. Here's Santa's Magic Key. It will not work for you or me. Leave it out on Christmas Eve, and on Christmas morning, you will see all the presents Santa left underneath your Christmas tree, which is pretty cool. Now, this one here, let me see if I can get it to, if we can hold it up there. Kind of dark, can't tell. Well, if you can, yeah, it's
Go back some.
Right
better.
There you go.
Okay. You might not be able to tell, but it's got a red stone right here. Anyway, it's a reindeer. This was one that was gifted to me by Doug Wright. Thank you, Doug. This was given to me, oh, I don't know, 4 years ago or so. Fantastic little key. I've got a number of keys, but get you a magic key, get this book, and you can get the magic keys for not very much, and do a home visit. Drop one under the Christmas tree. It's like losing a button or leaving footprints. I mean, there's a whole variety of things you can do at home visits. If it's one of the hide and peek style visits, I don't know how many of you do different levels of home visits, but you've got one where the family and children hear a noise, dad gets the family up, they all go. It's prearranged that they can't interrupt Santa while he's putting presents under the tree and stuffing the stockings, but they watch and you know, and or again, if you just want to have the children believe that Santa was there, of course he leaves the presents. He's always could lose a button or a key or a card or different things, but just another way of doing it. So, Randy,
Yeah, those magic
you
keys are great
mentioned
though. That
saying whatever kind of words you want to. I got to hear you do that one more time.
wheel wheel woodgy woodgy.
I love that. I love that. It was mentioned the other day. Wasn't sure what words you said, but you always say some magic words, and I love those.
Yeah, something about I don't know when that started, how many years ago, and it just kept instead of saying abracadabra, hocus pocus, I came up with these weird words and I always say if I'm doing a big event, let's say, and there's whatever, even if there's 50 plus, that we oh my goodness, that would be you guys all look ridiculous, and I'm gonna put that on YouTube someday, but. Of course, you get a giggle. Yeah, they think they look ridiculous doing it because all the parents are out there doing this, and yeah,
Well, what made
it's
me think about that was the publisher for that book is Source Books, Jabberwocky. And
Jabberwocky. Yeah,
Jabberwocky kind
another
of made me
another
think
weird
about the
little word.
heebie-jeebie,
Yeah, that's
whatever
very
it
close.
is.
Bye,
Very good
Charlie.
stuff.
See ya. Charlie said he's got to go.
Okay, well, Angela has put up here, we are just three subscriptions from the 100 mark. Been, slowly growing, a little bit here, a little bit there, one or two each week. Three more will put us to the 100 mark or above. So, all right, don't forget to tune in to our Tuesday Night Live Network Productions complete new lineup of shows. 4 nights, that's right. Facebook group, TNL Facebook group. We have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Santa's Magical Fellowship group on Thursdays. A double header over there. It's 2 for 2 Thursday on her group. That's right. It is. It is. I don't think we have any other comments or questions. So thanks everyone for joining us today. It's been fun. It's been real. We always enjoy this show so much, so informative. And thank you for your positive comments, Jen and everyone else. And thank you for joining us, Randy.
Thank you guys so much as always. Thank you so much for joining us. Without you guys, it just wouldn't it the show wouldn't be as good. You guys get great comments, input, and that's what it's all about. Help each other because we are better together. Love you all.
That's right. Boing, 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 boing. See you soon. Don't forget tomorrow night, Julia Cracky, Thermal Apparel. Come and check that out. It's going to be a great show.